What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 6:15 p.m. Thursday evening, June the 6th, 2025 year of our Lord. And trying to get out of this gas station, but it's a little easier said than done. Yeah, man, I had a rough day today. I only had 10 on the list. 10 isn't much. I've done so far. I had 44 altogether on the list this week. I do 44 and 44. I've lost some customers. I told y'all the story behind me losing some customers, and I do 44 one week and 44. It's actually 44 and 48. I think is what it is, and I'd have to look, but yeah, I'm knocking on the door of 90 customers for my business. That's a lot for me. I've never had 90 customers before. But anyway, I've done 41 properties so far this week, and I've got I've got 3 left for the week, and but the problem I have is I could have went till dark tonight. That was the plan, but I noticed about halfway through the day today that my hedge trimmer blades were struggling. They were struggling badly, and I out of the 41 properties that I've done this week, I've trimmed bushes at 39 of them, and only 2 of those bush jobs are what I would consider to be a lot of bushes. Some of them take me 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour at the most to trim. Some of them take me 15 minutes to trim. Some of them take me 2 hours to trim. But yeah, all the lawns have been overgrown. I was off all week last week because of the rain. Couldn't work at all. I think I got 4 properties mowed. All I got done last week, and so everything's overgrown because of the rain. We've had nothing but sunshine except for yesterday. Yesterday it rained for about 3 hours, and it started raining at about 2 o'clock, and I wound up just calling it a day, man, because it started pouring down on me while I was on 2 side-by-side properties. I went ahead and got those knocked out, and then it was raining hard, guys. And I noticed that while I was walking around trimming with the weed eater, the ground was pretty soft, and so instead of driving across town to take care of the last 2 properties that I had on the list yesterday, I went ahead and just called it a day. Let the ground dry out some. That way I can have a fresh start again this morning. Well, 39 properties to trim bushes on, man, that's a lot for a solo operator in 1 week. It is, for 3.5 days, that's a lot. Or 4 days, that's a lot. But it's not typically like that, man. I'm usually done by about 3 or 4 o'clock. Well, my hedge trimmers are dull. They're completely dull. I made sure they were sharp before I started this week. While I was busy, I pretty much had a shop day every single day last week just to make sure everything was good to go, ready to go. Every single blade I owned was sharpened. All of my equipment is tuned up. Everything's good. Sharpened my hedge trimmer blades. About halfway through the day today, man, and things really started struggling. So I've got 3 left. I'm gonna knock them out tomorrow. One of those is a really big bush job. It's probably gonna take me 3 hours to do, which is fine because I've only got 3 properties. All 3 of them have bushes that have to be trimmed tomorrow because the rain just made everything completely overgrown, and it's the first week of the month, so it's everybody's it kind of threw everything off with me being out for a week. So yeah, everything's getting done this week, but it is what it is, man. So I called it quits, headed back to the house now, and gonna start over again in the morning, man. And went ahead and did a quote, and also the commercial property that I picked up, I haven't serviced the property in like a month, and the reason being is because the guy hasn't paid yet. And I told him up front, I don't do net 30. If you're gonna do it, you've got to pay it at the time of service. And I have his house, and I have his house and his business. Well, he hasn't paid me for his house or his business, and I called him several times to let him know, you know, you're behind on your bill. You need to get caught up before the services start again. You got to bear with me, guys. The plug on my trailer is jacked up. I got to rewire my trailer, man. I've got a cord that's one of the wires is cut, and it's not even plugged in right now. Ain't no point in it. And every time I back up, my truck starts beeping, letting me know that I'm about to run into something. But anyway, rambling on about nonsense long enough. I let him know up front, you know, if you're gonna do it, we're not doing net 30, man. You gotta pay at the time of service. I called him every time, let him know that he was behind on his bill, that services will be ceased. They will cease to continue until the bill is caught up. And that's for his house and his business. He was avoiding my phone calls, left me on red one time with a text message, and I've sent the invoice for each property, the maximum times you can send them, which is 3 times. And he texted me today and was like, "Hey man, have you been to the properties yet? They looking kind of rough." So I just texted him. I said, "You haven't paid the bill." I said, "You're behind." And he said, "I thought I paid the last bill." I said, "No sir." I said, "I've sent both invoices to you 3 different times." I said, "I've called you 2 or 3 times. I've texted you 2 or 3 times. You left me on red on one of the texts, and you haven't paid the bill and haven't responded or anything, so I just quit servicing the property." And he said, "Well, I don't mind if you send me a friendly reminder." And I said, "Go back through your phone and look." I said, "I've called you, I've texted you, and I've emailed the invoice to you several times." I said, "I've given you friendly reminders." I said, "I will start servicing your properties again, but we're going to keep a card on file. That's the only way I'll do it." And he said, "Great." He said, "Send me a link and I'll upload a card, man." He said, "I'm sorry, I have 19 different locations that I'm trying to manage and I'm very busy." I said, "I understand." I said, "I'll send you the links this evening and you won't even have to worry about it. We'll deduct the funds from your account, time the services are rendered, and for your house on your due date, we'll deduct the funds from your account. And you won't have to worry about it." He said, "Sounds good, man. I apologize." And that was the end of it. So picked him back up. We're gonna get that squared away. I'm sure his property's jacked up looking. It's been a month since I've been to either one of those, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, I'm feeling kind of bad this afternoon, man. I had a rough night last night. I ate something bad, tore my guts up, and I'm sure y'all were just dying to know that information. But and with everything just being overgrown and with all the bushes I've had to do and the humidity and everything, man, I'm tired. I'm worn out, man. I ain't got no energy. I'm weak. And the summer's just begun, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna get back after it in the morning, man. I've got 3 customers that's got to be taken care of. Got to trim bushes at all 3 of their houses, and one of them is probably gonna take me 3 hours to do, just that one property, and the other 2 will probably take me about an hour and a half a piece with their bushes. So you're looking at about 6 hours worth of work tomorrow. Not a bad day, man. We'll get it knocked out pretty quick. And I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going to try as hard as I can to remain solo for as long as I can. And we're going to see what happens, man. We're going to see what happens. I'm gonna let business dictate everything. I'm not gonna get in over my head. I'm embracing it, man. I'm enjoying it. It's peaceful, and sometimes you need to work by yourself just to remind yourself that that you can do it, man. Sometimes you need that little kick in the pants to jumpstart you, man, and just to remind you that all of it can be taken away like that. That was a piss poor snap. I'm not good at snapping, guys, but yeah, it can all be taken from you real quick, man. So enjoy it while you can. Enjoy working by yourself, and don't forget, man, don't forget what it's like to be out here working by yourself. That way, when you do hire help, you'll know in the back of your mind it can be done, and you'll be grateful for the help you get. But anyway, guys, it's getting close to the weekend. All you weekend warriors out there, man, I hope y'all get out there and crush it. Get out there and grow, grow, grow. All the rest of y'all, man, I hope y'all have had an amazing day, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, man. But until the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all.